Story appears ordinary until you see the core side of it.
And what you're looking for is the story behind the news.
We bring it to you from Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria.
Giving you all sides and political stories round the clock.
Every detail from the start line to the final whistle.
CoreTV News, expanding your view.
Glad to have you join us again on CoreTV News. I am Frank Omalape, and here are some of the stories we're finding here. As the battle for the presidential ticket of the All Progressive Congress gathers momentum, former head of state Muhammadu Buhari, who is one of the aspirants for the ticket, has visited Lagos State Governor Babátúndé Fáṣọlá to seek his support in the quest to emerge as the presidential candidate of the party in the 2015 general elections. According to Buhari, he is in Lagos to extend an invitation to Fáṣọlá to be a part of his formal declaration of intent to vie for the presidency in 2015.
A very quick visit, Your Excellency, to see you personally, has conveyed my invitation to the declaration which take place next Wednesday. I felt I had to bring it myself, to carry the necessary weight, and certainly APC Lagos is one of our biggest and vibrant constituency. And as we came in, I'm very impressed that virtually every post, there is APC's flag as the one change. So I immediately felt at home.
Responding, Fáṣọlá thanked Buhari for honoring him with the invite and prayed to God to crown the effort of the APC chieftain in his bid to become president of Nigeria.
This is delightful news that your team is going round now, and the preparatory steps to make a declaration of intent to serve Nigeria. I think that we'll wait to hear what it offers.
Now, Nobel laureate Wole Soyinka has described the loss of the outgoing governor of Ekiti State, Kayode Fáyemí, in the June 21 governorship election as a mystery, which the All Progressive Congress must unravel. He said with the various programs and legacy projects put in place by him, his successor must continue on the path of development. He stated this during the inauguration of the new government house known as Ayoba Villa in Ado-Ekiti on Sunday.
Seat of government in Ekiti State. It's not honorable, brave, intelligent, and committed people. Like, for instance, Adekunle Bajuri. My hope, my confidence is that it will yet again know, after the departure of Kayode, will yet again know honorable, intelligent, committed, and humanistic rulers. Don't despair. Don't give us hope.
Marks, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Aminu Tambuwal, said posterity will be a better judge that Fáyemí ruled Ekiti State in dignified ways to the extent that he left indelible marks in the state. Tambuwal added that Fáyemí combined good governance and politics.
He's my brother, he's my friend. He is an honorable man. That speaks volumes.
The APC National Chairman John Odige Oyegun reassured that the party will continue to galvanize and mobilize to reclaim the state, adding that victory is certain.
Between APC and PDP, Governor Fáyemí is one of the examples that we keep citing. The difference is so clear. The difference is there, but, well, we will just wait. It's not over yet, too, let me tell you. It's not over until it is truly over. And I want to also tell you that your governor, the governor of Ekiti State as one of the brightest prospects in this nation today.
Now, the Chairman Senate Committee on Ecology and Environment, Bukola Saraki, has shelved his presidential ambition ahead next year's general elections. Saraki in a statement said he decided to step down his ambition because Nigeria's political outlook for 2015 is very complicated, and this is the time for every patriotic politician to situate his personal ambition in the context of the country's overall interest. Saraki's presidential bid has sparked widespread excitement among his supporters in the past few months, with various interest groups urging him to contest. The former governor of Kwara State noted that party primaries in any healthy democracy would always leave several contenders disappointed and sometimes bitter, as there will be only one winner. The statement added that Saraki has had the opportunity to discuss and exchange thoughts and ideas with other presidential aspirants on the platform of the APC. The North Central's zonal coordinator of Jonathan Actualization Movement, Mike Omotosho, says the people of the region have no reason not to vote massively for President Goodluck Jonathan in 2015. Omotosho says the achievements of Jonathan in the region are so remarkable that the people of the North Central should consider him their president forever. He noted that the country was lucky to have the president leading at this critical period of national development and urged all Nigerians to make President Jonathan their choice again in 2015. He also listed the Abuja Centenary City Project, Abuja multi-billion naira water treatment plant, and renovation of military barracks, among others, as some of the reasons why the FCT must vote for the president in 2015. Omotosho said for the people of Kogi State, the establishment of Federal University Felele Lokoja, the dualization of 212-kilometer Lokoja-Abuja Road, Lokoja-Okene-Bini Road, and the Ogerego Power Generating Plant, among other projects. The Minister of Information, Labara Maku, on Sunday confirmed that he would quit the Federal Executive Council on October 20. He said his decision to cease to be a minister is to allow him pursue his ambition of becoming the governor of Nasarawa State in 2015. He spoke during a Thanksgiving service he organized at St. Patrick's Catholic Church, Parish, Akwanga. CoreTV News learned that 6 ministers may quit President Goodluck Jonathan's cabinet in October as preparations for the 2015 general elections peak. Marco was recently reported among ministers who are expected to resign their appointment in order to pursue their governorship ambitions on the platform of the People's Democratic Party. Confirming the report, Marcus said by October 20, all members of the FEC who are interested in pursuing their ambitions would step down. He said he had made up his mind to sacrifice the comfort of the office he currently holds in order to join his people in the wilderness. Now, a member of the House of Representatives, Sokpeyemi Bamidele, says the Labour Party will survive the defection of Ondo State Governor Olusegun Mimiko. The Labour Party candidate in the June 21 Ekiti governorship election said the successful conduct of the party's national convention on Saturday was a signal to this. The federal lawmaker, in a statement in Nadu Ekiti on Sunday by his media aide Ahmed Salimi, said the Labour Party was strong enough to withstand challenges. Mimiko, who recently defected to the PDP, has been attracting condemnation from some Labour Party members for his action. Meanwhile, the crisis rocking the Labour Party following the defection of some key chieftains, among them the Ondo State Governor Olusegun Mimiko, is still generating reactions. The General Secretary of the Lagos chapter of the party, Femi Onofe, has described the party as bigger than any individual, no matter his political achievement. He lashed out Mimiko and the outgoing chairman of the party, Dan Nwanyam, for leveraging on the Labour Party for personal political gains.
Mimiko was in Labour Party to do the bidding of the PDP. His business in the Labour Party was to stem the growth of the party, was to frustrate the organic growth and prosperity and the flourishing of the party, because he knows what the Labour Party represents. And as far as he's concerned, an organically developed Labour Party will be a problem to the ruling class in this country. And so he was sent as an agent. And unfortunately, our national chairman, outgoing national chairman, was not discerning enough to understand that the Labour Party was not founded for the aggrandizement of anybody, but was founded for the reason of principles, guiding principles which informed the establishment of the party by the thinkers who came together to see the need to give the ordinary people of this country an opportunity to express themselves politically, to give room for the ordinary man who may not have £1 million in the bank to be able to contest office. But again, like I say, every vehicle that proceeds on the journey can suffer a mishap. And the Labour Party in the past 10 years has suffered mishap. And the party is just about to regain its original self, its original identity, and flourish in the pursuit of the objective for which it was created.
You're watching CoreTV News on the hour. We'll take a break. We'll be back shortly after this time out. Join us again.
Glad to have you join us on another edition of The Political Arena, the most detailed and incisive political show.
If you are a sitting governor and the opposition is able to stomach structure against you, that means you are wicked to the people.
Give me 20 minutes to move or they will shoot me.
He has no chance for survival. If he likes himself, this is the best time to get out before it perishes.
The PDP as a ruling party has failed.
So anybody who thinks that government will fold his hands and allow miscreants to take over the streets of our own state and cause havoc is deceiving himself.
The good, bad, ugly, and beautiful sides of the Nigerian political system. Join me every Sunday at 9:15 p.m. on CoreTV News.
Glad to have you back now. For more information on our news and other program, visit our Facebook page, facebook.com/CoreTV News, and our Twitter handle at CoreTV News NG. And YouTube, it's youtube.com/CoreTV, leave a space, the news. Judiciary workers nationwide under the aegis of the Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria have accused the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Mohammed Adoke, of being selective in implementing court judgments. They have noted that Adoke was quick to demand the immediate implementation of the recent judgment on the governorship position of Adamawa State in September, but failed to do same for the ruling of the same court which granted financial autonomy to the judiciary since January 13, 2014. Incidentally, both judgments were delivered by Justice Adeni Ademola of the Federal High Court in Abuja. President of JSIM, Mawa Adamu, said in a statement in reaction to the letter written by Adoke directing immediate swearing-in of the former Deputy Governor of Adamawa State, Balangilare, as a substantive governor in line with the judgment. Adamu commended Adoke for taking such step at ensuring the enforcement of the court judgment in Adamawa case, stated that the Minister of Justice, as the nation's chief law officer, seemed to have woken up to his constitutional duties. Jusen later therefore urged Adoke to immediately replicate the same gesture in ensuring that the judgment on the financial autonomy status of the judiciary was immediately implemented. The Nigerian Bar Association has pleaded for the release of its immediate past president, Okewale, who was said to have been abducted in Port Harcourt on Saturday. In a statement by the president of the NBA, Augustine Allegio, on Sunday, the association also called on the federal government to be committed to the constitutional responsibility of protecting the lives of Nigerians. The statement described Wale as a man of peace who has not only contributed immensely to the enthronement of the rule of law and protection of human rights, but also to the development of our nation. The NBA calls on the federal government to step up efforts to fulfill its primary constitutional role of providing for the welfare and security of all Nigerians. Gunmen suspected to be sea pirates on Saturday attacked a passenger speedboat near Kiberibio along the Ogbianembe-Bras waterway in Bayelsa State and took away 4 passengers, 2 women and 2 children. In addition, the hoodlums carted away valuable items worth thousands of naira, including the attacked boat. The incident occurred barely 48 hours after the state chapter of the Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria suspended its strike over insecurity on the state's waterways. The state government had prevailed on the union's leadership to suspend the strike describing it as ill-advised because of the numerous ongoing developmental and political activities which require marine transportation. It was learned that the boat was traveling from Ogbia to Opoma in Brass local government area when the gun-wielding hoodlum struck at about 3 p.m. on Saturday. The bandits were said to have also made away with the speedboat after forcing the driver and the passengers on board to disembark into the mangrove forest. When contacted, Public Relations Officer Bayelsa Police Command, Alex Hakigu, said, "I was not yet aware of the incident." The Bring Back Our Girls group has begun a week-long action to remind the world that the Chibok girls have not been rescued almost 6 months after their abduction. With so much emotion and banners bearing different inscriptions, the group says it will continue to sit out no matter how long it takes. Our correspondent, Pius Sanyo, has more.
It's almost 6 months since the abduction of over 200 schoolgirls. And since this group of Nigerians began their daily sit-outs, they are not prepared to stop until the girls are rescued. They are not happy with the lack of information on efforts to reunite the girls with their families. One after the other, they reeled out the names of some of the abducted girls.
Hajira Isa is the youngest, I think, in this group. She's aged 15. Wazu Haman, Hawa Ntakai, Hawa Muta, Comfort Bolus.
They are not also convinced that government is doing enough to rescue the girls.
I only believe that there are successes when the media is taken to those towns they claim they have taken back from the insurgents. I do not believe in the spin that has been all over the media, because they say one thing and then contradict themselves the very next day. If those towns have been taken, take the media there. Take the media to Madagali, take the media to Baza, take the media to wherever you say you have retaken. Otherwise, I do not believe.
Only recently, the military says it has recorded successes in the fight against insurgency. But this woman says, in spite of the efforts, more needs to be done.
It's not a conventional warfare. It's hard to say what the military is doing. I believe there are people on the ground that are fighting and that they're making efforts. I hear various stories, but not directly from the military, and also not stories that are open to the public. So it's very hard to actually ascertain what is going on. And you can actually understand some of that to an extent that they don't want to reveal all their tactics. But when you sit here with the parents and the relations, and you see in other countries when mishaps happen, there's a briefing, there's an updating, maybe not a broadcast, but at least to the people who are waiting for their loved ones. It's hard to say what's happening, really, So I can't say they're doing enough. I can't say they're not doing enough. But I think the military is doing what they can do, but we just don't know what the details of that is.
Members of the group also held a candlelight vigil for the girls.
Soli, 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 solidarity forever.
The leader of the group is concerned over the rescue mission. She also wants President Jonathan to mobilize the citizenry against the nation's common enemy.
Do you think government is doing enough or has done enough within this period to bring these girls back?
I don't think so. I don't think so. There's a way that something is done and it persuades you. There's a certain level of credibility and diligence in pursuit of an objective that comes true. Unfortunately, it hasn't in this particular case. I think mobilizing the citizens, this unfortunately has been the most divisive time that I have ever seen of Nigeria. How can we be divided in a time of a scourge like terrorism. And a lot of the capacity to mobilize resides in the president. It's the president that must mobilize the entire citizenry.
And as the world marks this year's International Day of the Girl Child, the Bring Back Our Girls group says all hope is not lost for the abducted girls. They only want governments to end their long expectation of seeing the girls rescued alive. Pius Samuel, CoreTV News, Abuja.
So the Bring Back Our Girls group has served notice of its intention to take its protest to the presidential villa on Tuesday in commemoration of the 6th month of the abduction of over 200 schoolgirls from Chibok town in Borno State. The protest movement said in a statement issued by its spokesman Rotimi Olawale that a request has since been sent for an appointment with President Goodluck Jonathan. The group explained that the objective of the march to the villa is to convey the urgency of the girls' rescue and to hear the accurate status of rescue effort directly from the president. It didn't say whether its request for an appointment with President Jonathan had been approved, but made it clear that its members have been mobilized for the protest march. Now, gender-based crime. Now, the police authorities have reconstituted the forced gender unit to stem the tide of violence against women and girls in the country. To this end, Acting Inspector General of Police Sulaiman Abba has appointed Olabisi Kolawole, the Chief Superintendent of Police, as Force Gender Advisor to the head unit. Police spokesman Emmanuel Ojukwu said in a statement that the unit will, among others, implement a robust capacity building plan for officers on gender-related matters. It's also expected to pave way for gender desk officer in police formations across the country, as well as establish relationship on gender equality with larger society. You're still watching CoreTV News on the hour. We'll take another break and I'll be back with more stories outside Nigeria.
You can now watch CoreTV News live from anywhere in the world on our website www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to CoreTV Primetime Days.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTV, leave a space, then News. CoreTV News, our 24-hour news station.
And outside Nigeria now, a top U.S. health official says a mistake was clearly made by staff treating a man who died of Ebola in Texas, resulting in one being infected. The female health worker infected is in an isolation ward in stable condition, awaiting confirmation of her diagnosis. Tom Fradin, head of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, said a full inquiry will be made into how the transmission occurred. He said 48 other people who may also have had contact were being observed. The health worker at Texas Health Presbyterian Hospital wore full protective gear while treating Ebola victim Thomas Eric Duncan, according to health officials in Dallas. Duncan, who caught the virus in his native Liberia, died last Wednesday. The current Ebola outbreak, concentrated in Liberia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone, has resulted in more than 8,300 confirmed and suspected cases and at least 4,033 deaths. In sport now, Nigeria Super Eagles returned to the country on Sunday morning after the shock 0-1 loss to host Sudan in a crucial Nations Cup qualifier in Cotton to a cold reception from Nigerians. And obviously the star head coach of the team, Stephen Keshi, and team skipper Vincent Inyama later took time off to assess the situation and agreed that despite the fact that all hopes were not lost in the battle for qualification, Nigerians deserve a better deal from the team. Keshi, who spoke first to a handful of sports journalists, said he was disappointed at the result like every other Nigerian, as he had hoped to lose the game to kickstart Nigeria's quest for a back-to-back Nations Cup trophy. Inyama spoke in a similar vein, appealing to Nigerians not to lose faith in them. He said he has already spoken to his teammates and they have resolved that there will be no compromise in the battle for the 9 points remaining in the next 3 games. Well, it does a wrap on CoreTV News at this time. Thank you for watching. I am Frank Omalape. I'll see you again.